I know you guys are wondering how me and David got so much better at Fortnite. In this video, I'm gonna show you how I went from a flopper dying to the first guy to winning 1v2s and even clutching up dubs with my brother. Here is 7 things that I did in order for me to get better at Fortnite. Number 1, it's the gear that I use. Changing your gear is crucial to get better at Fortnite, and I knew that, so that's what I did first. I've been streaming Fortnite for 2 years now, and when I started, I wasn't even playing on mouse and keyboard. That was the first upgrade that I did. I was using a regular Xbox controller plugged into my PC, and those are very limiting because most controller players that don't have paddles have very stiff movement, because whenever you jump, you have to take your right thumb off of the aim button in order to jump, so you can't jump and aim at the same time. So I upgraded to an Elite Xbox controller which has 4 paddles on the back, so you can jump and pull out your pickaxe and switch your builds while you can aim at the same time, so you don't have to take your thumb off of the right joystick in order to press A, X, B, Y. That was the first upgrade that I did, but I soon found out that I sucked at building on controller because it was too hard to triple edit and keep the perfect crosshair placement with the tiny little joystick. I just couldn't do it. So then I switched to mouse and keyboard. I bought a mechanical keyboard that is high quality called the Royal Kludge RK61 with red switches, and my brother was already playing Fortnite before me, and he recommended the Red Dragon M913 Elite Wireless, which is what I use now. It's a mouse that has 12 buttons on the side, and the reason this mouse is so much better than like a Logitech G Pro Superlight or something like that is because it has 12 buttons on the side, and you can map your builds left or right or up and down instead of those 2 tiny little buttons on the side. It's way more comfortable. Don't sleep on this mouse. Also, you can take off like the auto run and the map and things like that off of your keyboard and put them on number 11 or 12, or use other buttons like sprint, so you don't have to use as many buttons on your keyboard. It makes them more equal with how many buttons you're pressing, instead of like overusing your left hand on your keyboard for like map and sprint and all these extra binds. The next thing that I bought to upgrade my gameplay was buying a GMK, which is a gaming mod kit. It's basically a keyboard joystick that you plug into your PC, and it gives you controller movement on your keyboard, and so you don't have to use WASD to move. And then you can literally have your 3 fingers that you usually use to move, you could have them resting on your builds, so that way you can move and instantly press your builds. You can go left, right, up, down, whatever, and you can place your builds at the same time, so that way you're not limited on movement. So I got that, and it made me way better. I highly recommend it. It only takes like a couple days to get used to. Other than that, of course, I've upgraded my PC to a high-end PC with a 14900K CPU, which is the goated, so I don't get any lag in game now. You don't need as good of a CPU, but a better PC is always recommended so you don't lag as much, because if you're lagging in game, you're gonna die in game. That is everything that I bought to make me better at Fortnite. Number 2, this one kind of goes with the first one, which is what I bought. This one was kind of hard for me. It was finding optimal binds. Having optimal binds is super important, and I had trouble finding which buttons should be my builds. But after practicing, building, and playing the game for months, I finally found optimal build binds for me. You just have to keep practicing and keep changing things if things feel weird. Some things like jumping and crouching were a little bit weird at first, but after I practiced a lot and got used to it, it feels really good now. So sometimes you just have to keep practicing on your binds and keep doing the thing that you're bad at, and you will get used to your binds and they will become optimal because you're just not good with them yet. Or buy a GMK like me and things will feel a little bit smoother and better. Number 3 is only playing in creative. Playing regular games in the Battle Royale, I would just die to every every single player I would fight because I didn't know how to build properly and stay alive for more than 2 seconds. So I went into a bunch of different creative maps where you don't have to fight a person. One example is Raiders Mechanics Training version 3. I played that map so much and ran through the piece control tunnels so much that it just became easy. My brother said that it wasn't good to do that only and to start free building, and he was right because I wasn't able to build up to the sky because all I was doing was going through tunnels. So after I did tunnels, I did free building and learned a few retakes. It took a while. I started with 90s and then I moved to protected side faced way thingies, and after that I started working on different types of elevated side jumps and different ways of taking height as well. Once I felt confident in my building, that's when I started grinding speed, realistics, and zone wars. Playing these modes simulate real matches like mid-game where you fight a player in the open, and in-game where the zone is moving and you have to build in a certain direction. I did these over and over and over again until I finally felt confident enough to go to the real game. I'm gonna put all the map codes that I used in the description if you want to check them out so you can practice. Number 4, I started playing duos and squads with my brother and with friends before I got into solos because fighting people in game was still a little nerve-wracking. So I would follow my team around and I would just stay kind of back and be the support man and try to get some beams and some fries for them because I didn't want to fight because I was too nervous. Playing a lot of duos and listening to the leaders' comms helped me learn the game more and helped me learn more game sense on how to rotate. Playing a real game is a lot different than playing a creative speed realistic because you have to know when to rotate to the zone. So at first I just followed my team, and that's what you should do too. Number 5 is learning game sense. This kind of goes with the last thing of playing duos and squads. I was learning more game sense about how to rotate and where to get things on the map that are different than creative, like where the zip lines are, where the launch pads are, where to camp on height, when to push and when not to push in game. These things I learned over time, over months of playing with my brother and with my squad. And the best thing to do to learn more game sense is to have a good mentality, and every time you die in the game is learn from your mistake. You can also do this in creative. Learn from your mistakes so that you can get better. Don't just rage and cuss and get mad after you die and break your controller. Try to learn what you did wrong so you can do better next time. And that's what I started to do. That's why I got better. Number 6. I studied other content creators and pro players' gameplay on YouTube. I would go to the treadmill and walk for like 30 minutes and watch one Keybinds video or one Jivans TV video because they are both pretty good. And sometimes they feature pro players and pro gameplay like Moneymaker on their channel. So I would study them and kind of learn when to push and when not to push. You know, how am I going to get better at the game if I don't watch somebody who's good at the game? You know what I mean? And the final tip that I use to get better is to subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe for more videos like this. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.